So other participants, we will give the YouTube link. They can join with YouTube link also. So we will start our session. Yeah. Very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Samartha Group of Institution, Department of Computer Engineering, Samartha Engineering College, Samartha Polytechnic College. So we are organizing the 5 days online short-term training program on JavaScript. So everyone know the today's market is going on various programming language. So one of the important part of our recent trends in computer engineering and IT industries, the JavaScript. So in our STTP program, we are covering lot of points in the STTP, but we already listed some points that highlighted, that is object-oriented approach in our industry. Also, how it will be implemented by using the JavaScript, how to handle errors, data models, asynchronity, data object manipulation, Node.js, introduction about Node.js, control flow, and much more point we are completing in this STTP. The basic structure of STTP is we will conduct 5 days STTP, and in between that, on 5th day, end of day, we will take the one mini project also, and we will do the one test, that is online MCQ test, and after that we will conclude the session. So this is the basic agenda of our STTP. First of all, I heartily welcome to our today's guest, Mr. Shyam Pandav, our Samartha Group of Institution College of Engineering Principal, Dr. A.J. Patil sir, Samartha Group of Institution Polytechnic College Principal, Anil Kapile sir, also our Engineering College Administrative Officer, Gadekar sir, and all participants, all our faculties also, they are joined for faculty development program. So I heartily welcome to all of you on behalf of Samartha Group of Institution. So today's guest is the Shyam Pandav sir. I introduce the Shyam Pandav sir. Respected sir is the software engineer for persistent system, and up to today, he has done the more than 10 industrial project, and his age is very less. Actually, he is a pass out from last year, but within academics, he has done 10 industrial projects. So this is we are lucky we got this type of young and dynamic guest for today's our JavaScript STTP. So I welcome to our Samartha Group of Institution College of Engineering Principal Sir Dr. AJ Patil Sir. Sir is guiding you for the JavaScript STTP. So welcome, sir. Patil sir. Okay. So here we will join with Patil sir in very short time. But before that, our Samartha Polytechnic principal, respected Anil Kapile sir, he is also joined for our inaugural function of JavaScript STTP. So this STTP is basically for faculty development program also. So I heartily welcome to Anil Kapile sir.
Thank you,
Now,
sir.
request to Kapile sir, please guide us and motivate to all our participants, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Are you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Borade sir. All respected dignitaries who are present here. And on the behalf of my Samartha Polytechnic, I heartily welcome all of you, faculties and students, as well as students, for this JavaScript online program. Friends, this program is very needed for us as per the COVID-19 situation, and we are also lucky to get this opportunity to attend these programs through this online. And I'm very much thankful to these organizers, Mr. Borade sir and Mr. Pokarkar Mahesh, who has taken a lot of efforts to arrange this program. And my heartily request to all of you students that please attend this program seriously and take the benefits of this. And also for faculty, please look these sessions very carefully and learn a lot of things from this trip. Our guest, Mr. Shyam Pandav, he is a young and dynamic person and he is knowledgeable software engineer. So take the benefits of this whole JavaScript program, and all of you are very thankful to this Shyam Pandav getting more knowledge. Thank you very much and all the best. Thank you, sir. Borode sir.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance and best wishes for our program. So now I request to our engineering college principal, Dr. Patil sir. Patil sir also having a lot of experience regarding the various technology. So I request to Patil sir, sir, please guide us all of us, all participants also. Patil sir.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Hello. Are you hearing me now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ha. Hello. Ha. A warm welcome to all of you here. Respected today's, though he is not joined for this function, our secretary Mr. All the managers. This one is a, I think, is the first online STTP program organized in our college and our departments. So it's a very proud privilege of us, not only on behalf of our engineering college, but our polytechnic college and all the institutes coming under our Sri Samartha Institute group of institutions. So Again, first of all, on behalf of our management, our principal of polytechnics and all the principals, I welcome and thanks to Mr. Shyam Pandav sir, a young dynamic engineer. Just now, Borade sir has introduced us. He's a passed out only last year, and he has achieved so many projects and all that. So it's very great achievement. And so much things so up ahead. So I wish a very congratulations him and best wishes on behalf of our college and all of us. Again, I welcome to all the participants who are presenting for this. STTP program. So it's not only all of these pandemic situations, the destiny or nature has taught us how should we people be in always touch with technology upgradation, always be in touch with the research-oriented programs and upgrade themselves for latest technology. की ज्याला म्हणू आपण काळाबरोबर चालण्याची गरज आहे. And if you didn't do this, I think we are not able to join through these online programs. We are very much doing well in all this path, but as an engineer, as a again computer engineer, the things are so changing day by day. Yesterday or day before yesterday, technology is obsolete and it is not being used in today's world of actual field. So if you are not cope up with or you are not upgrade yourself with recent technologies or technologies upgradation, I think will not be in a will not be in a race. And as an engineer, we are not doing well. So by organizing means aim of this organization of such a type of program, STTP, seminar, workshop, is only means it's only way to cope up or match or introduce ourselves with recent technology. And as a academic people, student or staff or academicians, they are only, I think, they are only doing their job only in their job orientation. They are only in a teaching. They are only in an academic way. But no doubt, engineering colleges, there are so much practical knowledge we gain here. But our syllabus or all these practicals are I think they are so much lagging behind the actual world of means, in the industry. What exactly in industry is going on? Industry is always been ahead. I think not less than 5 years, whatever syllabus we taught in the colleges and institutions. So it's a, again, I think it's a drawback of our system, but we could not do for that. But even when you arrange such a programs, at least we people or our students or our faculty knows that how much is means upgradation in the industry, what type of actual works is going on in industry, and how that works we match with our whatever we are studying there. So again, when I say in terms of our this JavaScript, I don't know about the computers and all that. Even I am the man of electronics engineer. But in our time, being used. But even JavaScript is the next version of the again Java. And without Java, all this networking and all these things would not be, I think, will be go ahead. So whenever as a computer engineer or as a SE engineer or any engineer, he must know about the Java, where this Java is being used, whether it is used for backend or front end, and what type of just Boradis are introduced, what type of orientation or errors, and whatever latest things are being introduced in that, you must know or you must aware with all these things. So I must have stopped here. And again, I thanks and congratulate and welcome to Mr. Shyam Pandav sir for being uh, by our means invitation. He accept our invitation and means from his ready your precious time, he find the time here and spend not only 1 day, 2 day, but 5 days program here. And I hope that he will give lot of knowledge to our students. And again, I request to all our participants to take a big advantage of this, even though it's an online presentation, but even whatever Pandav sir or told us, it is definitely helpful to improve our knowledge. On behalf of our all this management, again I thanks to Pandav sir and wish him a very future wish him a very bright future career within his path of life. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance, and definitely your thoughts is motivate to all of us. So now it's the time to start our actual session of STTP. So before that, some faculties also join from colleges regarding which is area like Pune also. And I heartily welcome to all that faculties nearby our areas. Also, some faculties from Pune District Engineering College also. So again, I heartily welcome to all participants, and last but not least, all participants. Okay, so without wasting time, I request to Shyam Pandav sir. Sir, please go ahead for our SCTP. Welcome, sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, thank you to Pokharkar sir, Boradi sir, and Kapil sir for for organizing this session, and also the students who joined in such a large count. So first, I will give my introduction. So hi, I am Shyam Pando, and I have experience in web development and as well as the mobile application development, mainly in the Android. And currently, I am learning Flutter. And currently, I am working on the one sponsored project uh, from the one company. And in my free time, I like to solve the problems and to like the gain to new things and also to read many articles on the internet. So without wasting time, we will start our presentation. So JavaScript, as you can see, it is the most hated and most loved language. Most hated because many people or many developers actually don't understand what is JavaScript. As from the name itself, you can think that it is similar to like Java, but it is not. It is very different and it is used for very different purpose other than the Java. Basically, at the time of the invention of the JavaScript, that time the Java is very famous language. To make the JavaScript famous, so the founder or the creator of the JavaScript thought that it will be beneficial for JavaScript to give it the name like the Java. So that's why he given name JavaScript. But later, after some years, the name of the JavaScript initially was LiveScript, but then it was renamed to JavaScript because JavaScript has proven that it is individually capable to gain the market. So in JavaScript, we can do the one thing by a lot of option. For example, suppose we have we have to show the message to the user, then we will have the lot of option. And in this workshop we will not focus on the syntax of like how to write for loop, while loop, but we will focus on the practical approach, or how we can use the JavaScript in our project. And we will also see the how to increase the performance and the speed of the execution of the code. So in this workshop we will learn what things JavaScript can do, what's special about the JavaScript, and how we can make the web pages alive. So let's go to the curriculum. So in this 5 days workshop, the first day, that's today, we will focus on the JavaScript working, and which is the very important thing, because many developers actually don't know JavaScript working, and there is very little resources available over the internet. And the next part we will see the JavaScript basic, and on the day 2 we will focus on the main concept that will be used in the web technologies like React. The function is a very main part of the, or we can say it is the heart of the JavaScript. And then we will move towards the higher level concept like asynchronous JavaScript, promises, closures, hosting. Hosting is a very important topic, because the hosting consists of how JavaScript will work like this. So we will get all this answer in the hosting concept. And more on JS, we will deep dive into the JavaScript language. And then day 5, which is very interesting, we will conduct one small project, and which is on hands-on. So, and what next? The after learning JavaScript, what you can do the next, like learning new frameworks, and what should be the pathway to learning that framework. So where do we use JavaScript? So the answer is given over here, the JavaScript everywhere. Like we are using JavaScript. Firstly, we are using only for the front-end languages like HTML and CSS, and along with HTML CSS, we are using JavaScript to provide the dynamic behavior to the web pages. But in today's market, the JavaScript is used for the front end, back end, as well as the desktop application, mobile application for using the React Native, and in machine learning also. Currently, it is using because of the fast performance, and also in artificial intelligence, and you will find the more application of the JavaScript. So the main focus will be in the JavaScript in web. So where we have see JavaScript in the web. So let me introduce this concept using this diagram. So whenever anything you will search it on Google, then that Google query is appended to the URL, like or you have must learn these things. So whatever you will search, it goes into the URL. And suppose we are searching one query on the Google, then the query will redirect to the Google server, and Google search engine will do some work and give the result from its database. Also in the nowadays it is following edge computing, and then this Google engine or Google server will give back response in the form of HTML, CSS, and just JavaScript. But this will give you the script like this. I will show you. So whenever you go with any page, so you can see the view page source, the whatever the server returns, it is in the form of this. So this is the code, I get it from the Google server, but actually it is not making sense to us, right? So what our browser work is to learn these things, and like we are writing this in the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So what our browser do? Our browser just try to read that content and present in front of the you, and the JavaScript is so the browser is capable to learn these languages like CSS, HTML, and JavaScript, and provide you this beautiful the view. Okay, so this is where the JavaScript plays a role. So if you not understand, let's make it easy for you. In this image you can see the blue peacock is dancing. So As we know, HTML is the used for actually the writing things. So here peacock is the main thing, right? Suppose for in one example you are seeing the Google, that Google logo, so it is the main content, and here you can compare it with the peacock, and you can see the color and all the animation we are using through the CSS. Like we are mentioned here, the color of the peacock is blue, and dancing, which is the providing the liveliness or dynamic behavior to this peacock, like dancing. And here you can see the peacock is actually dancing. So now you will know the where we do use JavaScript. So let's see what is JavaScript. So JavaScript is an interpreted language. Like there are compiled language and the interpreted language. So what is the difference between that? The interpreted language is actually took your source code by the interpreter and execute it line by line. On the other hand, compiled language first take this code, convert into the machine code, and then run on to the computer, right? But this thing is not happened with the interpreter. It will get your source code and directly interpret. So you might think where JavaScript interpreter is hosted or where it is. So it is in the browser known as the Chrome Web Engine. We will cover this concept in next slides. So for the JavaScript, we don't need to compile because it is the interpreted language, and JavaScript is so much powerful that it will, if you make some errors in the JavaScript code also, then it will not shown to the user. Okay, so I will show also that. And the JavaScript, before the time, JavaScript is only used for the client side, but nowadays, thanks to the Node.js runtime environment for the JavaScript, we can use the JavaScript on the server side also. So up to now, you will know what is JavaScript and where to use JavaScript. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. I will see that. Okay, so you might have one question, how same page like the google.com you will see differently in the Google Chrome, in Mozilla Firefox, in Microsoft Edge and Microsoft Opera. So anyone can answer this, why we see the different behavior of the same web page on the Chrome, Mozilla, Microsoft Edge or Opera. So anyone can give the answer in the chat section. Okay, anyone know the reason
Just a technical problem. Shyam sir is joining very short time. Okay. Okay. Sorry for inconvenience.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry for the disturb, but somehow one student joined after the 100 number of participants, and that's why I automatically. Sorry for the disturbance, guys. Okay, I believe you will able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Question that I was asked: why that we are seeing the same web page on the different browsers? Okay, so one student or one faculty given answer name with Sagar Ganjwe. The browser has a unique rendering engine. Okay, it is the correct answer. So we will see what is the reason behind it and how the JavaScript engine will show you the same page in the different format. So on this page you can see the Chrome V8 engine. It is the JavaScript engine, and you can compare it with the compiler. Like in compiler takes your code and run it for you. Like it convert to machine code and then run it for you. Just like that, the Chrome V8 engine, the engine JavaScript engine used in the Chrome and the Opera, which takes your code and analyze it and show you the content which is written in the code. And just like that, the Firefox is using SpiderMonkey as a JavaScript engine, and the Chakra core, which is the used in the latest version of the Internet Explorer known as the Microsoft Edge. Okay, so next we will see the debugging. So how we can, so before writing any code, we will see actually the debugging, because debugging which is very important in your software developer role and throughout your life. So debugging is very important. Like in the JavaScript, you can debug in the two ways, like in the browser, in the console tab, and also in the your terminal. So you can work your code, you can run your code in the terminal also, because of the Node.js, which is the runtime JavaScript environment, which provide JavaScript ability to work in the server on in your computer. And currently, but in this course or in this workshop, we are actually using the console for the debugging purpose, and I will show you the console panel. So this is the console panel for the google.co.in. So in the elements you can see all the code written for this page, like which are the tags, that is head, body, style, and you know the very well the HTML and the C. Here you can see the CSS properties, and in the console you can do the some mathematical operations like 2 plus 2, and you will directly get the answer. So here also you can use the here you can write the JavaScript code and easily you can work on it. So main thing I would like to show you the console.log, and here we can pass it to the string number or anything, and you can put the semicolon over here or also not. The JavaScript is very much capable to understand your code. So here you can see the console.log. I have logged hello as a string on the console, right? Hello. But other than hello, there is an undefined variable also over here. So why we are seeing this undefined variable over here? So the reason is that this console.log, which is present in the window object. Like let's see what are this window. So you can see in the window we have lots of properties like document, and you might know we are using in the DOM document.getElement by ID. So this all the properties that we are directly using, like document, like alert, and like the prompt, these are directly included in the window object, and window is the global object in the JavaScript. So what do you mean a global? Global means which can accessible from anywhere in your code. Okay, so in window you have window object, and again document name. Like, so where this why this undefined we are showing? So because the console.log JavaScript will try to return you something. Like suppose you have written 2 plus 2, then you are just showing JavaScript as a 4 as an answer, because JavaScript know what to return, and in this case it is 4. But in this console.log JavaScript don't know what to return. Like it just take the string and print, but it does not return anything. So by default console.log will return undefined, and whenever you write anything in the console.log in anything like 2 plus 2, then JavaScript will give the output as well as the undefined variable. Okay, so this is the introduction of the console, and here you can see the sources and you can see the actual code also. It is the one of the code from the Google, that is the of index.html file, and you can see actually the code. And in the right side, if you see, here is the call stack scope. I will introduce this concept because this concept are very useful or very important for the developer, like how JavaScript behaving like this. So we will get all the reasons from this window also, but let's move toward the next part. Okay, so now we will see the shortest JavaScript code, like which is the shortest JavaScript code. And I will again introduce you to this concept, what I said just. So as you can see, we will go to the sources and open one file. Just a second, I will arrange these windows. So now you can see the two screens, and here I have written the very simple code in the HTML. In the body, I have included the script tag. So I request all of you, please every time please include the script at the end of the body, because first your page will render just like the HTML and CSS. But whenever you do script like this, first you will see the HTML and CSS, and this is the reason for fast reloading or fast responsiveness or fast rendering of the different web pages. Like they first render the HTML and CSS only for you, and then after the rendering of the HTML and CSS completely, then only your JavaScript will shown here. For example, suppose you don't include here and you will include in the head, you can write a script tag or anywhere in the this script, right, in the HTML script. But it is good practice, or it is also a good thing to include in at the end of the body. Okay, so as you can see, I have included one file second.js in the JS folder. Okay, so you can see I have written just one line and I will remove. So yes, this is the shortest program. No string I have written. Yes, this is the shortest program. So you might think this is not the code, because actually I have not written any word. So why this is I call it the shortest program? Because whenever JavaScript takes the one code, it will doing lot of things in the background. So let me tell you what are the things. Let me refresh my page, and here I will open that file second.js. Okay, you can see it is the empty file. Let me put breakpoint on the line 1. Okay, so I have put on the breakpoint on the line number 1, and then let just refresh my page. Okay, so as you can see, the JavaScript, no code is there, but JavaScript is still doing its work, right? So it is showing paused on breakpoint. So as we have put on here the breakpoint, and you can see in the call stack, one entry is added and anonymous. What is this? This is the global execution context of the JavaScript. So what is this? So we will first cover it in the theory concept, and then we will understand it very well. So this is actually the shortest code, like nothing is there in the file, but it is the shortest JavaScript code because the JavaScript is doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Okay, so one question for you. So can you guess what will be the output of this code? This, I believe the code is shown to all of you. So please just put in into the chat box what will be the output of this code. I will explain this code briefly, but just anyone can give the answer what will be the output of this code. So in just 20 to 30 seconds, please give the answer. It may be wrong, yes, but just try. After you trying, then I will explain, you will get much better than before. Please try to give answer. Okay, so Sanket genius given the word called B exclamation mark and hello world. Okay, and Mahesh, whether I don't know which is the faculty and the sir. So the actually the Pokarkar sir give the answer as called B hello world, and also great response, great response. Jayashree also gives the answer as the hello world. Okay, so actually no one is correct. I will tell you why. Okay, so thank you Valunj Sagar for giving the answer. So after you run this code, the actual output you will get. I will run this code also. So let me run it for you. I will just stop the debugger, and you will actually see the no answer of this question. Okay, so Hello, sir.
Yes, well, yes, sir.
Sorry, sir, but because of the count, I'm getting.
No, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Just 1 minute. Okay, so I have asked one question. What will be the output of this code? So you will see the output, and which is very different whatever the answer we get. Okay, so let me write that code for you, and I will explain why this is code behaving like this. Okay, so right. So first I am calling function b, and then I am logging on console.log a, and you can see a is not declared above this line number 2. Okay, so and then var variable, I will explain this also, hello world. Okay, then we will declaring one function name with b, and again logging into the console called b. Okay, so I have written the code. Let's run it. Okay, so as you can see, the whatever the content is in the HTML, you can see over here, welcome to the workshop. And then I will just open my control panel, and you can see the actual output is called b and undefined. Okay, so not called b and the value of a hello world. So I will explain why this is the output of this code. So for this we will know, we should know the concept of the execution context. And let me introduce the very interesting topic and the main topic of the JavaScript, and how JavaScript is behaving like this and giving us output as the called b and the undefined. So for that, let me open whiteboard. Okay, so sir, are you able to see my screen whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir, for confirmation. So every code of your Java, we are using the JavaScript, and whatever the code we are written in this file, it is running in the execution context. Like, so JavaScript engine has its own JavaScript, or what we can say, the execution context, and we are having the two part, that is global and the functional execution context. So as I said, the your code is executed in the execution context. So I will draw the execution context for you. Suppose this is the execution context and on which your code is running. So execution context is divided into the two part. So first part is the memory component. Okay, so first part is memory component, and the second part is the code component. Okay, or there is the different name for this also. The memory component of the execution context is also the variable environment. The other name is given to memory component is the variable environment also, and the for this code there is again new name, that is thread of execution. I know it is lots of jargon, but just try to remember the memory component is also called variable environment, and the code component is also the thread of execution. So we are seeing the actual the execution context, and whatever you written the JavaScript over VS Code, it is run in your execution context, just in the box. So what does this memory and what does this code component do? Actually, whenever you run the code, before running first line, the JavaScript engine will go through your code. Okay, so before running anything, the JavaScript code still go line by line and go all your code. So then what this memory component is included, so it is included the value in the format of key value. You know what is the key value? Okay, so the whatever the component is in the memory, it is in the form of the key and value. Okay, so and the next for this code, whatever you have written, okay, so for this code we are first line is we are calling the function b, okay, and then we are logging console to the a. So first we will see the memory component and then the code component. Okay, so memory component, so JavaScript C, on the first line we call the function b, okay, and actually this b component is actually written in the form of key value. Okay, so let me show you how it is in the represented in the memory. So actually it is b, and actually the code is copied over here into your memory section. Like suppose on the first line we are calling the function b, so JavaScript will search it the function named with b, and we are written the function on the line number 6. So JavaScript will call the will copy the code of this function b and put it onto the memory component. Okay, and then it will go onto the next line. Onto next line we have the console.log, and the in memory component this line doesn't do anything. This will plays a role in the code section. Okay, and on the line third there is empty line, and for line number 4 will consist of, this is the main part. Okay, so just try to understand. On the line number 4 we are declaring one variable named with a. So what is stored in the memory? It is a and the one value which is undefined. Okay, so the JavaScript engine will store not actual value of the hello world to the a, but it is storing undefined and assigning it to the variable a. Okay, so let me repeat these things. On the first line we are calling b, and the JavaScript will copy the code of this function into the memory section, like we are represented. Okay, so we are represented it like b, and the curly braces meaning that the actual code, whole code line by line is stored into the memory section. Okay, so then the next line we are fourth line number. Okay, so on the fourth line number we are having the one declaration of variable a. Okay, so actual not the value of hello world is stored, but the JavaScript engine will store the value of undefined. Okay, so this is the work the JavaScript engine will do before running any of your code. Okay, so before running your first line, the JavaScript will do these things. Okay, and then the JavaScript will run actually your code. The expectation of yours is like just call this v function and print on the console. Okay, so these things is happening in the code section. Okay, so let's go through over it and let's see what this code component is doing. Okay, so we are calling, or more specifically we are invoking this function b. Okay, so this b function, and whatever JavaScript engine will see, it will search over the memory component. Okay, so as you can see we are invoking the function b, and here we have present the function b. Okay, so JavaScript will execute this function b, and give you the output called B. Okay, so first line of the output will be the called B. Okay, so not exclamation mark. Okay, so then after this line number 1, then we are logging console.log, and as I said, the whenever JavaScript will find any variable, it will search in over to the memory. Okay, and it will search A into the memory, and what it will get? Undefined. Okay, so as you can see, the undefined is stored into the memory, and it is printing the undefined onto the console. So now you come to know how or why the output of this code is called B and the undefined. Okay, and let me run the code. Then the line number 5 is empty, and then on the line number 6 we are having a function B and the console.log. Okay, so before going that, we are having the line number 4. Okay, after this console.logging undefined, we are having line number 4, and in this line the JavaScript engine will see the hello world. Okay, so it will replace this undefined. Okay, so let me erase this, and now it will store actually hello world, but our output is already shown on the code. Okay, so that's why this code is behaving like this. So let me once recap this. I know there is lots of jargon and somewhat difficult this concept is. So whatever code you write in the JavaScript file, it is executed in the execution context. Okay, so execution context is divided into the two part. Okay, so memory component and the code component. Okay, so and the JavaScript, before running any line, the JavaScript needs still go all of your code before you hit any page or before you refresh any page. The JavaScript first go all of your code and assign the memory to the variables. Okay, in the form of key value. Okay, so on the first line we are having the calling the function B, and the actually code of the this function is copied over the memory. And then on the line number 4a, the actual value is not copied over here, but the one special keyword in the JavaScript which is named with undefined is stored onto the memory section, and actual function code is written over. And again the JavaScript engine will run your code once again, and it will doing the actually execution of the code in the code section. Okay, so that's why on the function B it is still able to find this 6th line number. Okay, but same code, like the same syntax you follow and written your code in C++, but C++ will give you error whenever you call the function before its declaration, right? We are declaring function on the line number 6 and we are calling onto the 1. The C++ will give an error, and many other languages, but JavaScript is so smart, so it will not give any error. But so that's why the reason the JavaScript will not give any error, because it is actually executing your code twice, one in the memory section and one in the code section. Okay, so now I think it is making sense. Okay, so let go to my PPT. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so now you know what is the output of this code. Okay, it is the called B and the undefined, not called B and the hello world. Okay, so then as we can see the JavaScript working, as I have explained, the execution context is divided into the memory, which is also known as the creation phase, and the code component, which is also known as the execution phase. You will find different names, like 10 to 12 names for this memory section and the code component, but just remember one of this name. And please okay, so global execution context and functional execution context. So we will cover this concept in very detail in the hosting part. So now, up to now, you have know why JavaScript is working like this. Okay. So nice try. All of you have given the nice answers. As I can say, everything in JavaScript happens inside an execution context. So you can uh, view the execution context as the box. Okay, so whatever your code, just put it into the box, that is execution context, and you know the theory behind the execution context. Okay, so let me tell you one sentence. JavaScript is synchronous single threaded language. So what is mean by synchronous? Synchronous means that the JavaScript code will run in specific order. Okay, so in line by line, and single threaded means by line, that is one instruction at a line. Okay, suppose you have code with the 10 line, but JavaScript will not execute directly 10 lines. It is going line by one instruction, one line by line. It is the property of the interpreter also. Okay, so that's why JavaScript called synchronous single thread language. But in the internet, you will see JavaScript asynchronous. So why it is asynchronous, we will say in the upcoming days, and it is the reason behind is very interesting. Okay, so much theory about the JavaScript and how the JavaScript behaving like this. Okay, so up to this, is anyone having code doubt? So you can ask me. And if you have any doubt in the execution context, you can put your question in the chat box. I will try to answer. Okay, so if you understood what is the execution context, because it is very important concept, and the you will see this execution context and in your development life, and it is very important. You will see the working of the while, for loop in any book, but you will not find the simple explanation of this execution context. So please ask question and get it clear today itself, so that you will easily move towards the next JavaScript part, which is the higher level. Okay, so if you have any question, please try to put chat, and also give the response understood or not understood. That will also work. Please give the response. Okay, Naneshwar has given no, sir. Okay, great. Understood, sir. Okay, thank you, Shital. Thank you, Naneshwar. Okay, so without wasting time, we will move forward onto JavaScript basics. So just like other languages, JavaScript also has its own primitive data types. Okay, so like the number, and we don't have small int, big we don't have integer, float, and long int, but we just have the number as a primitive data type in the JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript has made a very simple, like we just have one data type for the number. Okay, then the string, and we actually don't have the char, which is the representing one character in the English alphabet, which we don't have in the JavaScript. All is string, like the string with one character. In C++, we know it as a char, but in JavaScript, we don't have the char. We're having the string as a data type. Okay, so Boolean, as you know, it is the representing 0, 1, or true or false. Just like the other languages, JavaScript also has the Boolean. Null, which is null, mean that it is having the value as a null. Okay, so not it is just the representing empty value. Okay, it is the actual the value. Okay, so I will cover it in the next slide also. Undefined, as we know what is the meaning of the undefined, as we have seen in the execution context, the JavaScript will use this keyword to store the value in the memory or variable environment into the execution context. Okay, so let's go through the data types. We will not do this theoretically, but on the hands-on, so that you will it will easily you can understand. Okay, so not a number, not a number, it is a special keyword in the JavaScript. And in other language, if you do this operation like 0 divided by 0 will give you the error in the C++ or sorry in the Python will give you the error 0 division error. Okay, and in C++ we will get the different error. Okay, so but JavaScript is so smart, it is not giving you any error, but it will give as a output as a NaN, which is not a number. Okay, so let me show you some example of the not a number. Okay, so as you can see 0 divided by 0 it is NaN, which is not a number. Also you are adding anything to not a number, you will actually get not a number. Okay, again, so suppose you are doing the one string is subtracting from the other string. Okay, so again it will give you a not a number. Whenever JavaScript don't find any return value or any integer which is it can represent onto the console, it will give the output as a not a number. In the other languages you will get the error, but in the JavaScript you will not get that error. Okay, so just this is simple, and actually I will cover the concept by using the examples also. I will tell the example and then I will cover the concept. Okay, so please anyone can give the answer of this question. So this is the concept behind this is the operator precedence. So you can give the answer for this question. So what will be the output on the console? It is the 10 plus 6 into 10 divided by 2. Anyone can give the answer. What will be the printed onto the console? $80, okay, 40, 40, 40. Okay. Okay, so 40 is the correct answer. Here, the multiplication operator will be given higher precedence. So that's why this operation 6 into 10. Okay, so you will say this divide operator also has the precedence equal to the multiplication, right? Yes, of course it is right, but the JavaScript engine will go the associativity, which is the related with the precedence, it comes left to right. The multiplication also division has the associativity from left to right, so that's why this multiplication was first executed. So we will get 6 into 10 as a 60 answer, and then in the plus and the division we will give the preference to the division, and 60 divided by 30, and we will add 30 into 10, so we will get the 40. Okay, so thanks to Sanket Kataria, Sonu Kataria for giving the answer 40 as a correct. Okay, so just we now know the concept of the not a number. So what will be the output of this code? It will cover the concept of the not a number. So what will be the output of 200 plus 0 divided by 0? Please give the answer. What will be the output of this code? Suppose if you have written this code onto your console, what will be the output of 200 plus 0 divided by 0? Okay, so Sanket Genius has given the answer as NaN. Okay, nice. Okay, all of you are right. So it is answer as a NaN. Okay, so let check whether it is correct or not. Yes, it is correct, but let's just check. Okay, yes, it is giving as the answer as a NaN, not a number. Okay, so moving towards the next part. So this will cover the concept of the NaN and the operator precedence. Okay, so variable, the main thing behind any language or it is the working is the variable. Okay, so in JavaScript we are defining variable like this, where college name, and generally we prefer the camel case notation. What is camel case? Camel case notation, the first letter of any word is small, and next from that next word we are using the capital word. Okay, so we are following JS. It is a good practice to follow this naming convention, and I will suggest please follow this convention. At in the company you will get to do some work, okay, and that work will be used by the other developers. Okay, suppose you have written the code of the login page. Okay, so the next person will use that login page and go to dashboard. Okay, so we'll make it dashboard from that login code. Okay, so he must understand your code. So that's why please use the camel case notation in JavaScript, and also the meaning of this should be clear from the JavaScript. As you can see here, I have mentioned college name, and in the front of this Samartha Polytechnic College. Okay, so this is the correct way to define the variable in the JavaScript. Okay, so I have put in this old age one man into the screen because the reason behind this, you can see the where keyword is here. Okay, so where is represented the older variable, like so we have latest version of the JavaScript, just like 1 week ago the JavaScript released latest version, uh, but before that also we have the let and const as a keyword in place of the variable, and we generally don't use where nowadays. We are using the const and let. Okay, so what is const and let, we will cover it into the next. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So next part, please try to give this answer, which is a very easy problem. What is the value of the student number? After I have written these two lines, what will the value of the student's number will store? Okay, so please try to give answer. What will be the value of student's number? First, on the first line, I have declared one variable student number is equal to 1948, and then I am adding 23 to the student number. What will student's number will store? Which it may be wrong, just try to give an answer. It is very basic concept which we are learning from the first year itself, the addition of the two variables. "1961, okay, Sanket has given 1971, Zorwekar Shubham has given 1961, another 1917. Okay, so I will give you the correct answer as it is 1948, because if you see correctly, or if you observe, I have not assigned student number plus 23 again to the student's number. Okay, I have not assigned, I am just addition. I am not assigning the value of this calculation again to the student's number, but just the student number is equal to 1940. Okay, student number now consists of the value 1948. Okay, and I am 23 adding to the student, but I am not assigning again with the student's number. Okay, for example, in while loop you are doing I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, but I am not using here left side. Okay, so student number will consist of the value only 1948. Okay, understood? I am not assigning this addition student number plus 23 again to the student number. That's why if you have written the code like student number is equal to student number plus 23, then the value of the student number will become 1971 or 1916, whatever the addition of these two numbers it is. Okay, understood? Okay, thank you Naneshwar for the response. Okay, so let's move towards the next part. Okay, so const, as you see, we are using generally the const and let keywords in the JavaScript, and on the screen you will see the const. I have declared one variable with the name with roll number of the type const and assigning value 20, and again onto the variable roll number I am assigning 30. Because I have declared the roll number as a constant, I am not able to change the value of the roll number. Okay, so I have written 30 assigning to the roll number, it will give an error. Okay, so because we are declared the variable as a const, so let's see it in the console. Const is equal to number is equal to 10. Okay, so as I have said, undefined, what is the reason? Because JavaScript will try to find the return, what should be written, but it will not find any return, just we are declaring, so it will give the undefined as an answer. Okay, so next part, we are trying to assign the variable 20. Okay, so as you can see, it will give the type error as assignment to constant variable. We are declared number as a constant and we are changing, trying to changing the const. Okay, so you will see, sir, I know this concept from the different languages, but what is the basic use or in the JavaScript? Okay, so in this line you can see reassignment is not possible, but you can change values it containing. Okay, so what is the meaning of this line? This sentence is, you will not able to reassign, like we are reassigning 30 to roll number, right? But you can change values it containing, but it is not possible with the variable, it is possible with the array. Like suppose, let me show you onto the screen. We are defining an array like 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, okay, so we are defined sorry we are defining array like constant array. Okay, so this array is a constant using arr1 having the value 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, so let me change the value of the first element as 5. Okay, so yes, it is allowing, because the const we cannot change the, we can change the value of the const, but we are not able to reassign. Okay, suppose I am reassigning this. Okay, so you can see I am not able to reassign. The meaning of the reassign, I am taking an array and assign to that variable, but I can change the value of that constant array. Okay, so from this example, you will get to know whenever we define an constant array in the JavaScript, we can change the value containing it, but we cannot reassign the data or reassign the data to the array name. Okay, so you will know, you might have one question, why to use constant then? Like suppose in your program you need the value of the pi constant, and you don't want anyone to change that value. Okay, so you can know pi is a universal constant and we actually don't change the value, else we will get the error in our mathematical operations. So that's why we are using the const. Suppose you are developing one ERP system for Samarth Polytechnic College, then the college name should not be changed. Like suppose one new employee coming and changing the college name, so it must not be possible. Okay, so that's why we are using the constant in JavaScript. And why I this covered? Because it is very, constant keyword is very important in your React journey, also in Vue. It is very useful. Okay, for example, suppose you have imported one module like React Strap. Bootstrap is known as the React Strap in the React. So we are importing that. So and then in the between the code, someone is changing that statement. Okay, and the React Strap is not getting correctly imported. So this will give an error. So to avoid this error, we are using constant. So the reason behind I have covered this. So we don't want to change this variable. So that's why please use constant and the let. Okay, so what is let? Okay, so from this example, you can see I have declared one variable named with x of value 2 in the parenthesis. If you observe carefully, I have included this in the parenthesis, and the comment I have written over here is x can be used here. Okay, so whenever you define any variable with the keyword var, you can use it. You can use it outside of this parenthesis. Okay, but with the let keyword, whenever you define the variable with the let keyword, you cannot use, because the let has the local scopes over the parenthesis. Okay, and variable where it is not having the local scope. Okay, so let me show you the practical example of this. Let me clear this console, and I am declaring one variable in the parenthesis like let name is equal to Shubham. Okay. Okay, so I have declared the variable named with name of the type let. Okay, so let me print the name. You can see we cannot use the name outside of this scope. Okay, so JavaScript will not, but whenever you define variable with the var name1 is equal to Nishant. Okay, and whenever you try to print that one, you can easily access, because the let has the local scope over this parenthesis and where it having the not. So again, I will suggest please use let, because don't make variable globally, because that will create an security concerns for your career or for your organization. Please use let and const wherever in need. Okay, so one question for you: what will be the value of the I after this four lines of code? On this line, I is equal to what? Please put it your response in the chat box. What will be the output after this for loop? Let me explain the code. On the first line, we are declaring the variable with let I is equal to 5, and then we are using the for loop. We are initializing I with the 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, so Sanket Genius has given answer 5. Okay, any other answer? Please try. It might be get wrong, but okay. Sunu has given answer 0. Okay. Okay, so let me give an answer. The Sanket, it is right, 5, because I have said let keyword has the scope in which it is declared. So let we are declaring in the global scope, like which is the outside of any function. Okay, so that's why the let has given the global scope in which we are assigning 5 to the A. And then the next for loop, we are including one variable let I is equal to 0, which will having the local scope between this parenthesis only. Okay, so if you try to access I value, you will get it from that for loop. Like first for loop will be first I having the value of 0, then 1 2 3 4 up to 9. This loop will cover, but after, whenever this parenthesis ends, this let I is equal to 0 will get out of the stack or out of the execution context, and JavaScript engine will not find this value, but the value present over the global scope, because the let having local scope and the this let having the global scope. That's why the I value of the I will be 5. So thanks to Sanket, which given the correct answer. The comparison, you will find this thing differently in the other languages and differently in the JavaScript. So generally we are using the comparison like this: 0 is equal to 0, but JavaScript is so smart. It is considering this empty as a 0, and whenever there is some string of length 1 or 2, or it will consider as 1. So JavaScript will try automatically type coercion. The concept is called type coercion, which is meaning JavaScript will automatically change the data type to you for you. Like on the left side we are 0, and JavaScript will try to convert this empty string to 0. Okay, yes, and the empty string is representing 0, so that's why it is output as a true. And in the next same line, the string is converted into the number because we have written the number. Okay, so And again 1 is equal to true, because true as a boolean represent 1, so that's why it is also giving as the answer as a true. And the new comparison operator, which is 3 times equal, which is comparing data as well as the data type, and it is strict checking. Okay, strict means it is not using the type coercion for you. In the case of the this 2 equal sign, the JavaScript will try to convert the data type of the second operator with the same as the first operator. But whenever you use 3 comparison operator, you will not get output as a true, because we will get false, because the JavaScript will not do type coercion. If you write this, you will get the same output. Okay, as you can see, the output is given, it is false, but 0 equal to 0 true, because it is strictly checking whatever on the left side of this equal should completely match with the right side on the plus right side of the equal. So why I am taking this concept, because try to use the triple equal sign, because for example, you are creating one form in the HTML and you want user to enter only the character or not a number, because the if you listen the or if you heard the concept of the cross-site scripting, the JavaScript code is run. So to prevent that, we are strictly checking whether the user has written the string only or not. So try to use triple equality operator. So this might be the today's final question. What will be the value of this x first line, and what will be the value of this x? Please try to put your responses into the chat box. What will the value of the x in the first line, and what will be the value of the x on the next line? In the first line, I am adding 20 with 7 and storing that value into the x. Okay, so Sonu has given 27 as an answer. And then the next line, I am using x is equal to 20 plus 7. Okay, so Sanket Genius has given answer 27 and 207, 207. And Sheetal Bor has given answer 27 and error. Okay, so nice try. The almost all of you given the correct answer for this first line, but what will be the printed by executing the second line of code? So it will give the correct answer just given by Sanket, which is 207. So I will give you the reason behind this. Okay, so let's first add 20 plus 7. Okay, so as you can see, you will get the answer as 27. So sorry, now you can easily see 20 plus 7. But when we add anything like 10 plus 7, okay, so JavaScript will automatically do the type coercion. Okay, so as just have said, these two JavaScript will find number, so it will easily add the 20 with the 7 and answer give 27 and 10. Then JavaScript will find the number, but it is not getting number as a next argument to this operation, but it is finding as a string. So that's why it is doing the concatenation and automatically changing the data type. For example, we are doing 10 plus 10 plus 8. Okay, so as you can see, the JavaScript will add 10 and it will find again the number. So it is easily add 10 plus 10 is equal to 20, and then it will find the string and then it will concatenate it. So that's why the output is 0, 2, 0, 8, 208. Okay. Okay, so this is the final question, right? So by looking at the screen, which will have the greater performance over these two? In first, I have written this code, and in the second, I have written this code. So which will give more performance to you? So just try to give an answer. If it is right, well and good, and then else not, I will explain it for you. Okay, so Naneshwar has given the answer as 2. Okay, so 2 will be having the higher performance over the first one. Okay, so anyone other? वाळुंज ने भी सही आंसर दिया है. Okay, also Sanket has given answer as 1. Okay. Okay, so let's check. So the performance of the second code snippet will be the higher than the first. The reason behind this, the for loop in the first will run for the length of the array. Suppose the length of the array 5, and 5 times this for loop calculating the array of length. It is taking array and calculating the length, taking array, calculating length. But in the second line of this second code snippet, we are defining array dot length, and we are storing into L. And again, the for loop will not calculating the array length again and again, but it will just take this value from the above line and calculate. Okay, so this is the reason why this second code is working, or it is having the good performance over this first. Okay, so I will cover this function in the next tomorrow's session. So is anyone having any question? Please ask. And if you have any doubt in the today's content, please include that also. So I'm done from my side. So please ask the question. I will try to give an answer. Anyone having any questions? No, any doubt? Okay. Thank you, Kapil sir. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Sheetal Burno sir. So anyone we will wait for 1 minute. Please put it your responses in the chat box, whether it will be questions, any doubt. Okay, so the session, next session, similar like this. We will do some hands-on practice and also the theory behind this. And don't worry if you are not understood the execution context. We will deep dive into the execution context on the day of the 4th day of the workshop, in which we are covering hoisting, and which is very interesting. So my motto of this workshop is to fall in love with the JavaScript. You will all fall in love with the JavaScript, which is very great language, and I will try to make things clearer as much as possible from my side. Okay, so thank you, Sheetal, Sanket, Naresh. Thank you for your responses. Thank you all of you. You are such a nice audience. Thank you for giving the answers. And also thank you for the Pokarkar sir, Kapil sir, Borade sir for giving me the opportunity to take this session. It is very nice to interact with you guys. So that's all about my side. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
Sir.
I am done from my side, sir.
Okay, sir. No issue. Is there Borade, sir? Borade, sir. Okay, sir. So let us stop the session. Okay. No issue.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, and sir, tomorrow the session will be on the same time, 11 a.m.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, so it is my request to all of you that everybody should join the session tomorrow at 11 a.m. And if limit is exceeded, then you can listen this session and watch this session through the YouTube link. So it is no issue that if you are joining through the YouTube also, you can listen and watch this session. Okay, sir. Very nice session, sir. So let us conclude the today's session. Thank you.